With Andy, yeah.
All right, I guess we'll get this meeting underway. I'll take a motion to go into executive session.
So move.
Second.
All in favor? Great. Get these out.
Like his own.
Yeah, we're gonna take a motion to resume the,
Will we resume the regular scheduled meeting?
Second that.
all in favor? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion
Yes,
pursuant to our discussions in executive session. I move that we authorize our code enforcement officer to pursue enforcement action consistent with 7.9 of the land use zoning ordinance regarding matters that were discussed in executive session.
I would second that.
all in favor? Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Minutes. I will take, thanks, Kim. I will entertain the motion to approve the minutes of October 16, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Appointments, recognitions, resignations. Request appointment of May Weiler as Director of Finance effective November 13, 2023.
Yeah, move appointment.
Second, with enthusiasm.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. All in favor?
Welcome aboard.
Yay.
Glad to have you, man.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
We are too.
On a note regarding that, I'd like to just offer a special thank you to Lisa Young for all the work she's done over the last month to keep the Chip of State afloat.
Indeed.
We've made our payrolls and we've made our vendor things, and so she's done a great job. So I think Lisa is on there somewhere, or at least she was.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
I am. Thank you, guys.
And I'm sure you will welcome May with open arms, and together you'll be a great team too. So
Definitely. Thank you.
thanks, Lisa.
Very good.
Okay. Item B, request appointment of Joseph Alcomando as full-time building and grounds effective on or before November 7, 2023, and that he be appointed at the probationary rate of pay of $23.28 an hour, increasing to $24.50 per hour after successfully completing the 6-month probationary period.
For those of you that don't know Joe, he's been with fellow that's worked for us for the last summer. Great job. He could looking really nice and very, very fussy. And I think he could do a very nice job for us there.
Move appointment.
Second,
All in favor? Item C, request appointment of Todd Daly Jr. to the vacant full-time refuse packer driver position effective on or after November 7th, 2023, at the 6-month probationary rate of $22.72 per hour and increasing to $23.92 per hour after successfully completing the 6-month probationary period.
move appointment.
Second.
All in favor? Item D.
Thank
request
you.
Appointment of Gail Marshall. Item D, we want to table, don't we,
Because wasn't there some,
Carolyn?
I'm not sure, John.
Well, the email that we got said that he's only gonna resign when he's sure that he has,
I see, so he hasn't actually resigned yet.
no,
You should wait until he actually does resign then.
yeah. Okay, so
Move we table items D and E.
good,
second,
all in favor? Okay. Consent agenda, department reports, highway buildings and grounds and waste management, Hancock County Commissioners meeting minutes from October 3, 2023, and state valuation report.
Move acceptance of the consent agenda as presented.
second,
Any discussion? All in favor? Any select board reports?
I just have one question about the human resources.
Yeah,
Are they still, I mean, are they still employed by the town of Bar Harbor? Even
Yes.
though they don't
right,
live here anymore?
right.
Okay,
The position was initially envisioned as a remote position to begin with. When Zach decided that he wanted to come up and try this, so things have been rolling along. I talk to him almost every day about some and stuff, so.
okay,
Because most of the stuff he's doing is things like compliance reports, research on positions, dealing with the insurance companies, dealing, with the, what do we want to call it, the Human Rights Act, the Affordable Care Act, so I think it's gonna work out fine.
So that's not proving any issue, problems at this
Not to
point.
this point.
Okay, thank you, clarification.
Anything else? Yeah.
Yes, this is a question, I guess, for the town manager. With regard to the filling of the police chief position,
Yes,
just wondering when a recommendation will be coming before this board. There are vacant positions both here in Mount Desert and in Bar Harbor that as we get closer into the holidays are going to become more urgent to fill, and we can't fill any of those currently.
my anticipation would be at your second meeting
In November,
in November.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes stuff, just
Yeah.
ironing out contracts, details and stuff like that. So once that's all wrapped up, we'll be good to
Perfect.
go.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
All right. I do have something to bring up. Daryl and I went to the high school and met with Brian and Mike Zabore about nominating somebody from the community to be on the planning committee for the consolidation. And after talking about it for quite a while, we came up with the possibility of inviting somebody to participate that is a young mother. She works in the school system. She's got kids in the school. And it seemed to us like a great idea to have somebody in there that is forward looking, that has real skin in the game, might have some new ideas. We're gonna be looking at 3 plans that are probably gonna look a lot like the last 3 plans we saw. And we're all gonna have input during the course of this whole thing. So I think having somebody in there, feet on the ground that actually is fresh, I think would serve us well.
We're gonna have 2 people from the town, right?
Yes.
Brian and
Brian
another
and,
person,
yes,
yeah, a layperson,
Well, Brian is acting as superintendent, as a school committee member.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, so there are 9 schools. The guidelines from the state are conflicting because we have 9 schools, so we couldn't fulfill both 3 representatives from each.
Right.
So we're gonna stick with the 18 as a committee size, which seems reasonable. They've got one of their guidelines. And so that would be 2 people from each municipality.
And I was under the impression that one of them was going to be a town employee. Is that what, so Brian is fulfilling both those, or is this woman that you're recommending a town employee also?
No, it's, we can't have all 3. I mean, the state gave us the wiggle room to say, look, you don't have to fulfill, you can't fulfill both. And have a manageable committee.
so do you guys have someone in mind,
We
or are
do.
you? Okay,
We do actually, Sarah March.
she came to mind, actually.
Hmm.
Now, she works for the school department, does that matter?
No.
Okay, that wouldn't be any type of conflict.
What's
And
her position?
Right now, she's in ed tech, she's got littles, she works at the high school, she's got littles at MDES. They own property in the town, they've got
That's
long,
great, yeah.
you know,
long
I mean,
roots, yeah.
long roots in this community, and
Yeah.
I think I was actually gonna suggest her.
Great,
Good.
good. Sounds good.
So, should we vote on that?
Should we ask her first?
I don't know, Daryl, what do you think? Should we vote to ask her?
Yeah, we'll ask. her,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
if
I'll
she
move it.
accepts,
Second.
She can be confirmed, you're going to confirm her if she accepts.
Okay, all in favor? Great. Okay.
That's funny, we were thinking of the same.
You know,
Good, that means it's probably a good choice.
Glad they found
Yeah.
somebody to understand the truth.
Okay. Let's see, unfinished business, review and accept bid from Atlantic Landscape Construction for Seal Harbor Beach stabilization and authorize Public Works Director to contract for same on behalf of Maine.
Move acceptance of the bid from Atlantic Landscape.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, new business. Consideration of retaining the services of the Vortex Company to apply a geopolymer coating to the Gilpatrick Cove Pump Station's wet well that will restore its structural integrity at a cost of $24,400, with said funds to be used from the wastewater capital reserve account number 4050500-24501 that has an approximate balance of $124,744 with a prior encumbrance of $25,250 for fiscal year 24. Inspection services leaving, if approved, an unencumbered balance of $75,094 in the reserve account and request authorization for wastewater superintendent Montague to execute all necessary documents on behalf of the town.
Move approval of retaining Vortec Company and the authorization for Superintendent Montague to execute all necessary documents.
Second,
Good. All in favor?
Thank you.
Discuss location of the 2024 open floor town meeting.
I was wondering if you might want to consider going back for one more year to the neighborhood, to the elementary school due to probably the large crowd that we could expect to come and debate and vote on the short-term rental ordinance, which will be provided. We'd be ashamed to have the meeting have to be postponed in case there was an overflow. Not that it's necessarily going to happen, but I think it could happen.
I was trying to remember, Derlin, the last really hot town meeting we had when we had a big attendance, how many people were there? I think it was the Main Street, the consideration, the special meeting.
No.
Could we get the records on that? Because if there's a way to do it at the neighborhood house, that would be my preference. But if we certainly won't have room, then I think you're right.
I can double
I
check to
think
see how many votes.
Claire
we
probably
had.
knows how many people we had.
Yeah, I mean, she must have kept those.
That's a good
Because that
point.
was a
Yeah.
huge crowd and but I don't know, I can't remember how many. I just remember a
What year
lot
was
of
that,
people.
2021? I guess we could remember
That was, I think it was
2018.
18,
2018, so it'll be 2017, 2018, right around in there. Yeah, we could find that out and bring it back to you
17 or
next
18.
meeting. We don't have to do that tonight.
Yeah.
Just casting that out is the thought.
yeah.
Hmm.
I did like the
Okay.
feel of the neighborhood house better than the
I mean,
gym, but
if we have a safe margin that we feel comfortable with.
But it would be too bad to go to one page.
no, I
place
don't want to
and-
do that.
like,
If
yeah,
if
no.
it's gonna
That's
be
not-
way too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll see if I can get that information for you. for the
and we can
20th.
talk about it next time, yeah. And maybe I'll remember to ask Anne Marie again. I have in the past, how many people had seats in the neighborhood house?
How many we had last year? I think we had 110 last year.
Something like that. It was comfortable, but
Yep, I'll find that out.
All right. Boston Post Cane recipient search.
There's lovely lady and Noel died a couple of 3 weeks ago, and so there is underway of doing a search. The resident of the town of Mount Desert, if she has a process that she goes through to do that.
Wouldn't Dottie
would-
Renault?
that's what I
Well-
was gonna say.
Well, you know what? Actually, she wouldn't, because if you're gonna use that sort of criteria, I was talking to my high school chum, Ken Walton, today. And his aunt is still alive, lives with Ken's brother in Bar Harbor, and she's 102.
Well, you know what? It says in here, the resident must reside in the town of Mount Desert for a principal portion of his or her life. So it doesn't have to be someone who's.
Right.
And
currently
Dottie
living here.
obviously did, and I don't know how long.
You
Well, she was there, she was probably there for 80 or 90, 90 years. I remember her when I was.
Well, then
growing
she'd
up.
be the one, yeah, because Dot is a
What was
hundred.
her name?
Her name was Walton, and I forget what her first name
Huh.
was. I could find out. Karen, I
So
could-
it doesn't have to be a member at, like, they don't have to live in the town of Mount Desert right now, but
According to that.
according to that,
According to the thing in our packet, the
the, yeah, the
nomination, yeah,
legal.
yeah.
So we'll do some work. The problem is it's hard to track down these people. There might be somebody that lives down in Florida. It's 103.
They put a little, the word out, and we've got two now that are up there,
Yeah,
yeah.
Cause Dottie just turned 100?
She just turned 100.
she just turned 100. This lady, I think, just turned 102. So
Wow.
long life. Well, I'll talk to Claire about.
So I would, yeah, I would definitely, Claire obviously has a good process to go
Yeah,
through and
You know, I said my only concern is there's so many people that may be in that situation that are living with relatives.
Right,
Her process makes sure they're still in the town. so
Right.
It's easy to find. So I'll talk to her about, maybe I'll have her come back and you can talk to her about
what makes sense.
what makes sense.
Well, it clearly says they don't have to live here now. Yes, so,
But it does make it a little harder, because they could be, you
yeah.
don't wanna,
Well,
step
they
on
come
anybody's
forward.
toes.
People will
Yes.
come forward.
okay,
All right. That sounds good. Okay, item D, consider the removal of Gloria Del Sandro, former principal, and Angelique Hodgson, employment change as of November 10, 2023, and Jake Wright, former finance director, as authorized signers on the Bar Harbor Banking and Trust, Bar Harbor Bank and Trust Mount Desert Elementary School checking account ending in 7766, and adding Heather Dorr, current principal, as an authorized signer with the approval of the Mount Desert School Board Committee as noted in the memo from Deputy Treasurer Lisa Young, effective upon select board approval.
Move approval of the removal and the additions as outlined in item D under new business.
second,
All in favor?
I think I'm gonna abstain just to be on the safe side.
Okay. Okay, item E. Request the approval of May Weiler as authorized signer on the town of Mount Desert's Bar Harbor Bank and Trust and the First National Bank accounts listed in the memo from Deputy Treasurer Lisa Young, along with current authorized signers additionally listed in the memo effective November 13, 2023.
Move approval.
second,
All in favor?
One abstain.
One abstention. Okay, item F, request the removal of Jake Wright, former finance director, from all Bar Harbor Bank and Trust and the First National Bank accounts as noted in the memo from Deputy Treasurer Lisa Young effective November 13, 2023.
Move approval of the removal.
second,
All in favor?
One abstention.
Any other business? Nope. Okay, treasurer's warrants, approval and signatures, town invoice, AP 2429 in the amount of $876,401.48.
Move approval and signature.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, approve signed treasurer's payroll. And state fees and payroll benefits, AP 2426, AP 2427, AP 2428, town payroll PR 2410, and PR 2411 in the amount of $242,736.25.
Move signature.
Second.
All in favor?
one abstention, please.
Okay. Acknowledgements, school invoices, AP 5, school payroll PR 9, voided disbursements V 2403 and V 2410 in the amount of $236,178.95.
Move acknowledgement.
Second.
All in favor? Motion to adjourn.
So move.